Hey everybody, Steve here, and welcome to episode 7 of the AFR Question of the Week. So last week on the show, we had our very first Question of the Week contest, since the Question of the Week has become its own video series, and there were 34 entries into the contest. Thanks to everybody who left a comment. It was really great hearing about who was your favorite all-time hockey team. And I was really surprised to see a lot of minor league hockey teams mentioned as people's favorites. In fact, our winner selected a minor league team. But first, some other highlights. There were 4 people who left votes for the 93-94 New York Rangers, the team that brought the cup back to New York. That was the most votes for any individual team. Viewer David Stoddard from across the sea picked a team from the UK, the Durham Wasps. That was neat to read up about hockey over in England. And then there were 3 mentions of the 1980 Team USA, who took home the gold, and of course the famous Do You Believe in Miracles match, defeating that really powerful Russian team. But our winner this week, who will be taking home a copy of the More Great Teams, Great Games set for Hockey Blast, as well as a new hockey board as designed by Al Wilson from over at Hands On Games, is Edward Meek. Edward picked the 1999-2000 Indianapolis Ice team as his favorite, and he actually worked for that minor league hockey team for a few years. So Edward, congratulations on the win. Please send an email to stephenatower@gmail.com. Let me know the name and address that you'd like those prizes sent to. Thank you again to everybody who left a comment. When these contests come up, please make sure that you like the video and that you're subscribed so that you're eligible to win the prizes. So it's a new week, so it's time for a new question. And this week I wanted to find out everybody's thoughts on alternate history sets for games. I've just reached the end of my 1957 Boston Patriots season using the 1957 set that was put out for second season football from Play.com, as well as having all of the NFL teams that played that year in this set. Keith Avalone really went out on this just awe-inspiring project where he researched all the football players who would have been available to play at the professional level that year, but for one reason or another did not play on a team. And then he took an alternate timeline where the American Football League opened up 3 years earlier than it did in real life, and then held a mock draft, populated all of the initial teams with real players, and then attached them to that set. And so it was really fun to play through these games. First off, it was fun playing games where it was with the 1950s style of play, where it was very run heavy. Passing the ball was very dangerous because there was a lot of interceptions. So everybody had really high interception rates. So a very different feel to the game than with the current team sets that are out. And then another interesting aspect of it was that all of these players, who most of them I have never heard of, were real players, real people. So it was neat to look down and see a name, Google them, and see what happened. Maybe they played a couple of years and then weren't able to make another roster, and then by the time the AFL did open in 1960, they had passed their prime and were passed over. A lot of players went on to do other things in law, become doctors, join the military. So really a fascinating set. I had so much fun playing it, and I was actually kind of sad to come to the end of my season. I just have the championship game to play out, which Boston unfortunately will not be a part of. And so I got thinking it would be really great to continue my journey with the Boston Patriots and to see what would happen to them the following year in 1958 with that initial carrying over the initial roster that they had with that 57 set. But I wanted to know, is anybody else out there interested in alternate history sets for sports games? Specifically, would anybody be interested in seeing a 1958 set made for second season carrying on the teams that were produced with that 57 set? Really interested to hear your answers, see if anybody else has played any games with this set, see if they've had the same experience as I've had. And really, if you haven't had a chance, it's a wonderful purchase to make just for the historical significance of some of the names that are on that sheet, and really great history lesson to go through, and also just a lot of fun playing that game out in the old 50s style. All right, everybody, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. My name's Steve, and until next time, get out there, have fun, play games, and I'll see you after further review.